You gonna pick to hang out with the rapist because he says, "Hey, I'm gonna rape you," versus the other person that pretends like he's not gonna do it. It's like either way, you getting raped. So it's like
I think he posted on purpose. I don't care what nobody said. He got up there and said,
I'm pretty sure you could be like, I'm not hanging out with neither one.
And that's where I stand. I'm not hanging with either one of them. So
I don't want any Kool-Aid. I'm good.
That's my whole entire point. So I'm like, there's no
just drink some water.
There's no picking the lesser of two evils. There's no picking the person that's outright being a liar or outright playing the game or whatever. I'm like, fuck all of that. I'm like, I mean,
you wouldn't go to a Diddy party? What's the R. Kelly party? I'm just you finna go there and have a real good time. Like, I ain't going none of the rooms.
It would have been an alert went up no sooner the chick walked past with the tray of baby oil. Like, I ordered a drink. I was like, why did she walk in with
and you guys got the next one, or I'm gonna keep going through?
Oh, you can go ahead.
You can go. We got the only one I got is the.
All right. So this is another issue that's been going around on the internet. This is TikTok therapy, social media therapy, and this is something that's affecting our kids. The young generation is growing up in the world. They're getting all their therapy. They're getting their fatherly advice. They're getting their motherly advice from TikTok, Instagram. We all see the video. Not sure if you guys remember Derek Jackson, the guy that was giving the relationship videos online. Then he ended up cheating on his wife, and then he had the picture of them both sitting on a couch. You don't remember?
I heard about it, but I don't follow none of them people. All them damn relationship experts. And
you see all the videos online. If your wife ain't doing this and XYZ, she cheating on you. She's going outside. If you come home and your man don't
red pill shit.
Yeah, your man come home and he don't say how you doing, how is your day going on, rub your feet. He ain't treating you right, or vice versa. Like even down to the kids, if your parents ain't doing this when they coming home, if they not making sure you thriving in life and paying for all your stuff, you shouldn't have to pay for anything. You should have an easy life. When you turn 18, they supposed to buy you a car. They supposed to give you cash anymore. Cash. What kids do chores anymore? That's complete outdated. A kid shouldn't have to take the trash out. That's it gets real deep.
I don't know what the hell come across your feed. I don't see none of that shit.
Because it's the as a parent, I see it. I see what the kids be talking about. Like, well, they come to you and say, well, such and such didn't have to do all this. Why they got to do all this to get a car? I want to have a big birthday party, et cetera, et cetera. Sharon mom did it for her, and they throw it in your face at the parent. Now you're trying to feel bad, and they trying to manipulate you in some type of way. I know you see it. We all parents here.
My kids ain't crazy. Trust me. My kids ain't crazy. They don't even bring that shit with me. They know
I'm from that ass whooping there, and you get your ass whooped.
I know what you're saying, but like this stuff don't come across my feed, and if it does, I like it's something that I immediately scroll past. So my algorithm is like, well, I guess he don't care about that. And I'm like, I get what you're saying, and then sometimes the like the relationship stuff do come across my feed, but I don't know. I've always been of the mindset of like, hey, I'm not taking no parenting advice from people that don't have kids that
Well, it's not that. It's the kid. It's the kid that gives their therapy from
That's what I'm saying, and this is the stuff that I talk to my kids about. I'm like, hey, look, I'm not taking no advice from. I'm not taking marital advice from those single women that ain't never been in a real marriage, successful marriage. I'm not taking no relationship advice from no man that all he has ever done is just sleep with women after women and never been married. I'm not taking parental advice from people that ain't never had kids. I'm like, none of that stuff. I'm like, and above all of that, I'm not taking no life advice from nobody off of the internet. Especially, like, I don't have TikTok, but like Instagram. I'm like this. People give these blanket rules and blanket strategies and stuff that's supposed to like cover all the different nuances and intricacies of everybody's situation. Is like that's not how that works. I'm like, there's a reason why actual licensed therapists have these positions, because they can connect with you on a personal basis and give you tailored advice to your actual situation. But in this day and age, everybody put so much value and so much currency in social media and followers and likes and all this other stuff. It's like, hey, if you got X amount of people following you, then you must be right. And it's like those things don't go hand in hand. I'm like, all of that shit is just, it's nonsense. And
I just do it because I'm too old and I don't want to hear other people's shit. So to me, it's like it doesn't even, it doesn't register.
I've seen that. I've seen the thing. It was just like the black men don't cheat stuff, but it's just like, it's just another thing that people just be posting and talking about. I don't take none of that stuff seriously, man.
Now you remember? I know you saw that before.
No, I don't know who that is. I mean, I recognize the face because I remember it becoming it was a talking point, where people were talking about this guy that has been giving relationship advice. Finally came out that he was cheating on his wife the whole time and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care. So I'm like, I didn't click on it. I didn't look into it.
It's still the point of, it's still the point of some of the kids nowadays are getting their, what we consider therapy from TikTok and social media, and it is being implemented towards the parents. And some of the parents are like, why are you thinking that way? Why do you think things work this way and how things should go in life? But then, they're not necessarily coming out telling their parent, well, I got this advice from TikTok. The same thing that men have to deal with years ago when the Oprah show came out. They're coming out with all these points and what a man should be doing in the household. And then now all these men pushing back and giving it backlash. Like, why all of a sudden our relationship got problems? Well, I've been watching the Oprah show. And Oprah been saying this and man, like, y'all couldn't tell me y'all didn't deal with any of that.
I mean, I remember hearing about it and Cosmo magazine, they get the little questionnaires and shit. But I'm like I said earlier, I'm like, I don't care about none of that shit. And I tell my kids that only one of them is on social media, and that's the oldest one. And I'm like, and I tell her, I'm like, hey, what happens on in that box? I'm like, that shit ain't real. I'm like, in the real world, like, that's not how stuff goes. And when you are out in the real world, you're gonna see that none of that stuff helps you whatsoever. I'm like, you may find some, something that, can give you some kind of, guideline to, how you could handle a particular situation. But it's just like, hey, what happens on Instagram and social media, that shit ain't real. That's not real life.
Just to interject there, I did buy one of those like little flint rock things, just in case your ass gets stuck in the woods somewhere, you can start a fire. I think that's beneficial. So I did learn that. I got that motherfucker in the car. I was like, hey, you never know. I might slide off the road and shit and be like, day 13.
Like with the subject that he's talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Just like none of that shit is.
Just going completely off topic.
All that shit is fake, man. I don't listen to none of them
I
people.
think it applies to whoever is delivering the message. And if person goes through an experience and they make it out the other end and they feel that, they accomplished something and decide to share that information. The only difference is that things work out differently for other people. So the situations are not going to be the same in 100% of the scenarios. So it's not like people on TikTok or any other media is giving out bad information, as it is that nobody is going to have that same situation and outcome. The variable's not going to line up and stuff. So, I mean, there are like the little quotes and stuff from different people that pops up. And, Jackie does this. She has like the little quote for the day, and it'll give a quote from, somebody famous or back in the day. Idea of, like motivation, like those, posters that they had to hang in there, Katie and all that other stuff. I was like, so to me, it's like those can be beneficial if you're in the right state of mind and you just need to, get something to get you motivated. But like you said, when people are sitting there talking about a specific thing and, they're expecting everybody else to handle it the same way, like, yeah, chances are it won't.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't translate to every situation. And then for the most part, even when they do, be having, good advice, because I can't lie, like there's been times where, I may come across it and somebody may say something like, okay, that makes sense. But for the most part, people are not going to implement it correctly. They're just going to weaponize it. Like they take this stuff and they be like, hey, such and such person, said, and then these people, they get doctor put in front of their name. He's like, oh, Dr. X, XYZ said, that men should be doing this, and this. And if they not, then they got some issues or whatever and all this other stuff.